I think the starting point is to do a quick summary, following from what he said. Nigeria, as presently constituted, it will be very difficult, if not impossible, to flourish. I think a lot of Nigerians know that already because you see it every day. The thing is that our so-called leaders have decided to bury their heads in the sand, and so we're just going, like he said, every month to the federal to collect money, and that does nothing for us. There is no country that does well or can do well by expelling its best and promoting a system that the bottom of the class is running the institutions, and then you're trying to destroy the top brains, and they're nowhere to be found. They leave the country quickly because the space is so tight for them. They're not encouraged. And so you have people who have no business being in government, the bottom of the class, that's my theory, the bottom of the class and the top of the class. So the bottom are the ones that, fight it out and they run you. So when you talk about the states, it's not an issue of, okay, we have to follow the money. Yes, you can follow the money. But if there is no incentive to work, if there is no incentive to be productive, you have a system that doesn't encourage productivity. And so the governors come there and, they sit down and they do literally nothing, and the 4 years expires. Having said that, there are some states that you would see progress. Some state governors, if you're lucky, you have a visionary state governor, and so you can glaringly see some sort of movement. I give an instance. When I was doing my youth service in Oran, Akwa Ibom State, Oran is a coastal city. It plays host to the Maritime Academy of Nigeria. A lot of the states, many parts were very rural and was a backwater. Compare it to today, fast forward. In the last couple of years, I think a few years now, you can see that Akwa Ibom has consistently continued to implement a development plan, especially a solid infrastructure roadmap, where you see them opening up villages, opening up towns, and building solid roads. That is a glaring difference from what it used to be, like a complete metamorphosis. That's what happens when you have a governance that has a plan and has a roadmap. And then you come to a state like Lagos, for instance. Lagos is another state where, yes, they have done so well to plug tax loopholes and generate a lot of income. I mean, Lagos is arguably the entertainment, the cultural and financial capital of Africa, with more than 20 million people living there. It's the most populated city in Africa. And then there is also maybe Congo-Kinshasa, which is about 17 million, and Cairo, which is about 9.4 million. Anyway, Lagos has generated a lot of revenue. They generated the most within Nigeria. So they have opened up the Lekki corridors, they have the bus lanes, and there were a couple of things done. However, today, look at the quality of life in Lagos without the money that is generated. It's still not at par with other cities of the world, because we want to style ourselves as the mega city of Africa. The state is still very filthy. You have tankers taking over whole districts, drivers sleeping on the road, and everywhere is dirty. When it rains, it's very difficult to move. And then you have air pollution, a lot of problems and challenges. Can we do better? Yes, we can do better. So at the state level, there is so much work to be done. They have to be held responsible.